Today on Suncoast View, groundbreaking developments from Sarasota Memorial Hospital as high-quality comprehensive cancer treatment gets closer to home.
It can be nice to get away from the hustle and bustle of life on the Suncoast. We'll find unique and secluded spots in today's Suncoast for sale.
A beloved classic is coming to life on the Player Center stage, and they even make it rain on stage. We have a preview. All that more right now on Suncoast Scene.
Welcome to the show. It does not have a new name. It's still Suncoast View. But Linda rebranded it for today, and that's okay.
I've been doing Suncoast Scene for 14 years.
Which is longer than Suncoast View has been alive.
It
just
sounded
rolled
right
out.
when you said it.
Yes, I'm often surprised at what comes out of my mouth.
Oh my goodness.
That's the beauty of what we do. You never know what's going to come out of our mouths.
But that was wrong. This is Suncoast View. Don't change it.
Yes, it is. We're not going to
It's
change the
Suncoast
name.
View.
And we didn't even change our visiting co-host, Sheba Mateo, back
I'm
again.
very excited. Thank you.
Great to have you here for day number 2.
Thanks for having me again. I love it.
You know we're going to work out, of course.
Yes, I do.
Yes, but we're going to eat too, so we balance
okay,
it
good,
all
good,
out.
good. There we
Although Judy is with us today, and she is keeping with the healthy eating theme that we're trying to keep for the new year. But wow, does volume and health have any contradiction to each other?
You know, yeah, I suppose I'm the worst one to ask because I'm a big eater, and I always say, well, I'm so tall, I need the extra eating. But what I'm excited about is, you can hear from my voice, I have that cold and cough coming on, and we have some great flu juices, so we'll take some shots and keep us healthy. Beautiful, where you can get organic produce delivered to your door, some new restaurants, and some trends like burger places that are doing vegan burgers that are so much healthier, so beautiful. Everything from raw cooking to vegan cooking, and freshness is the key today.
All right, and you know what I noticed by looking in the kitchen? Look at all that color.
I know, I love this,
we're supposed to eat color, and there it all is.
Yes.
So
I know.
that
I love
looks
it.
amazing.
We don't have to starve ourselves.
No, we don't.
No.
We just have to make good choices, and
Okay.
Judy's going to help us with that even when we're dining out today. Well, Joey found something fun in the mailbox this week.
Really?
That is a gorgeous clay sunshine. This is a gift from one of our guests from the Creative Arts Association. Linda, you may remember back in November, we actually made clay projects with the Creative Arts Association from Lakewood Ranch, and he brought us kind of a completed version of what we were making.
He finished them.
He finished them.
Oh.
We did. So we rolled out the clay. We did the, the kind of dividing of the sun, and then we put the sun into the middle. And he has now fired them for us, and I'm guessing smoothed over the rough edges that we might have created. But the finished product is cute as can be, and
Yes,
all
we said we
sorts
can hang this right outside, and it says Suncoast View.
Not Suncoast Scene. It says Suncoast
Suncoast View. Yes, Suncoast View. That is where we are, right?
I'll take it with me so I can read it and know what I'm supposed to say.
Well, I said, Linda, they could be earrings. You could wear both of them as earrings.
Well, the Creative Arts Association is great in Lakewood Ranch, and they are. We had them on to talk about their fall show and sale. They also have a spring show and sale, and it is coming up on March 10th. So something to mark your calendars for, and just really a great place to go in Lakewood Ranch. Just a lot of different things going on that you can take classes and get to experience.
Get to support the people that are working hard making these.
And honestly, we couldn't have done it without them, which is why I love groups like that, because
Yes.
we need
Yes.
the
Very
help.
thoughtful.
I love that.
Very thoughtful,
nice.
but yeah, very
Bright and
nice.
sunny as we head into our chilly weather here. It is time for our first hot topic and some groundbreaking news from Sarasota Memorial Hospital. SMH is taking a giant step closer toward their goal of establishing a destination cancer treatment center in Sarasota. They've approved a $220 million initial investment. Now, the plan includes an outpatient care center for radiation services on University Parkway, in place by 2020, a surgical tower with rooms for cancer patients on main campus by 2021, and then finally a full-service cancer care center. It would be built where the existing Cape Surgery Center is now, with the closest National Cancer Institute hospital, which is Moffitt, north of Tampa. This is a big investment and key to improving the quality and access to cancer care right here on the Suncoast.
Oh, I'm
That's
so glad
great.
to see
That's
this.
great.
Moffat is a long, long way away from me, from most of us here. And if you're sick, you don't want to go that far. So it would be so great to have it here. And one thing people look for when they look for a community is the health care.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
And my in-laws had to move a number of years ago, their entire lives, up to Gainesville because they were at Shands Hospital so much. And so they, from Orlando, they plopped, got a little condo right there. And nothing, great area up there, but you're not near any beach.
That's
You're not
right.
near
Yeah.
any of the...
Well, you're not
And
home.
you're
That's right.
You're not home.
Yes. And then when my father he was going through cancer a number of years ago, I kind of stopped, went to take care of him. It was, you know, it was pretty difficult. So it's nice to be out in the sun. And we were in Newport News, Virginia at the time. So so it's nice. You know, we've got the weather, like you said. They have a beach. It's, you know, it's a wonderful environment to not feel so well in.
And I think it's twofold. I mean, it can make us a destination cancer care treatment when people will choose to come here for treatment, but also for all of our residents, you know, cancer treatments now have come so far that
Yes.
they often then have a secondary round or
That's right.
something because of the fact that we can do so well the first time. We may have issues down the road,
That's
but you don't
right.
want to have to keep ping-ponging away from home and driving
yes.
and whatnot. So to have it here, I think it's a huge
Oh,
investment.
that is wonderful for all of our futures.
Absolutely.
Yes,
It's a
yes.
great move. So the importance of consensual and non-harassing sex continues to be a hot topic discussion everywhere right now. Technology could be getting involved again. A proposed consensual sex app called Legal Fling claims to redefine safe sex and boundaries. So it involves a Tinder-style swipe right if you agree to relations. Other detailed terms can be agreed to beforehand. It is not the first app to try this, but maybe it could help situations like comedian Aziz Ansari. He is publicly dealing with an issue where consensual sexual encounter ends up public because the girl claimed she didn't really want to, even though she didn't say no. Why has this gotten so difficult? Don't you remember the days where you might have had an awkward conversation, but still a little conversation?
Okay.
About should we not? Do you want to, do you not?
And you know I lived in New York for 15 years, right? So there was nothing awkward about the conversation. On a date, I was on a date once, and the gentleman, the dentist, said to me, because he told me like 25 times, I'm a dentist. Did you know I'm a dentist? My office is on such and such street. Anyway, so he said very kindly, hey, listen, this is going so great. This is our first drink. Are we going to later? Because if not, I gotta
Go find someone who will?
Basically. So I was like, no, thank you. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
But at least there was no gray area.
Right, no, there's never. New York, there's never a gray area, right? It's black and white.
What's with the gray area?
I don't know.
You know what?
I don't know.
Okay, I hate to say old days. Today, this moment, I would have to feel like I was in love with somebody before I had sex with them. And you lose everything when you lose that part of it.
Yes.
It just becomes sort of an exercise.
Yes.
So, and on an app, I have to say that before I even know the guy? The answer is no.
Well, no. You'd be on the date.
Oh, I get to see him
So let's
first.
say Joey and I were out, things were going fabulous. We go back to his place just to be sure that I'm not going to accuse him of anything later. There's no gray area. I'm going to call the Washington Post and say Joey Panic tried to sleep with me and I told him not to, or, you know, all that kind of thing, which would be quite breaking news, by the way.
That would be a hot topic.
But anyway, regardless of the awkward situation I'm creating here, then you would literally say, okay, well, do me a
Let
favor.
me pull out my
Swipe right
phone.
on Legal Fling. So
It's like a prenup before marriage,
It's a
except
sex
it's a
prenup.
prenup before an act
Wow.
of sex.
Wow. Okay, I think Linda
The
and I are in
game.
this. Yeah.
This
What
whole
happened to
game,
the whole?
the rules have changed because so many people, I think, have broken them. But, you know, there was kind of a, I like you, but I'm not going to give you my attention. There was a flirtation and a
Yes.
dance
Yes.
that
Yes.
happened with romance, and I'm concerned, and I don't know what to do, and if I were single, I wouldn't know what to do.
That's right.
Well, I'm raising 4 boys. So my big concern with raising the young men is, first of all, you wait until she's dying, because that lets out one gray area.
right.
And the second one is you ask again, you ask 3 times, and hopefully you've already asked her to marry you. Because that, you know,
sound like my mother.
if you get to the point where there's been enough time and enough relationship, and as Linda says, some love,
Right.
then we don't have these issues.
Imagine the documentation with an app. Yes, I said yes. Oh, I changed my mind.
Oh
I
my
said
gosh,
yes.
lying
Oh,
about
no,
your
no,
number
no.
wouldn't
Yes.
work anymore. It's on the app.
Have you ever?
Notifications.
No, I have
Well,
not.
is this a case?
that was
I mean, I don't know, obviously, because I'm not a woman, but is this a case where empowering young women to say it is okay to express your sexual appetite. It is okay to say, I am interested in
Yes.
dating, I'm interested in getting physical, because we always have trained ladies, you've got to be a lady.
I agree with you.
Yes,
You have to
well-
be clear in yes,
Yes,
and you
yes.
have to be clear in no.
That's
but if you mean yes, then you own that.
That's
Yes,
right. I agree
yes.
with you 100%.
Don't come back later and say, well, I didn't really want to.
And that sort of sexual confidence, I think, only comes with age and wisdom. It doesn't come when you're 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You know what I mean? In
Right.
all honesty.
And please,
think
I mean,
it's,
I'll
you
throw
know,
this out there. Boys are having issues anyway, and I'm not talking about the bad ones, but
Right.
the
Yes,
typical average boy,
Yes.
he does not know what to do. So
Yes.
if
If
you
you're-
like him, help him out. Let him
Yeah,
know
I
it's
agree.
okay, because especially right now, I think all good boys are afraid.
And don't send the mixed signals. Don't walk out with the, you know, the
Yeah.
shirt all the way down to here and the skirt all the way up to here and everything super tight, and then, you know, be in an environment where it's just you and him, and then be very upset because he has raging hormones, be upset because maybe he's just staring or too close or
Right.
making you
And
feel
don't put yourself in the
And let him
situation.
know. That's
And we've
right.
said this for decades and
That's right.
decades. In that
Carry yourself.
comedian Aziz case, the girl was laying on the kitchen counter for him. Hello, you can't be sorry that it happened because
We're
you put yourself
hard.
there.
We're hard on the next generation, but this is a
Yes.
case where we have not left you something great.
That-
You know,
I agree.
I don't know what
I
to tell
agree.
you to
But
do.
it's no different than we went
Get
through.
it together.
It's no
It is.
different
Get
than
it together.
45 years ago in the back of his Chevy. The conversations
It
were
was
the
not
same.
a Chevy.
Okay, sorry. It was a Ford.
It was a dentist.
Dentist, no less.
All right, we better get off this one for all
There's
this.
an app for everything.
There is also a new Kardashian in the world. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's third child, a little girl, has arrived via surrogate. She joins 4-year-old North and 2-year-old Saint. Kim has long said she wanted another baby, but doctors warned about health risks after she suffered dangerous placenta problems with her last pregnancy. The new little girl's name has not yet been released. Surrogate conversation. What do you think about women choosing the surrogate route when they've already had healthy and successful kids?
Well, they said she had health problems, and that I understand. If you cannot carry a child, then it's wonderful if you can afford a surrogate. Otherwise, if you're healthy, I say you just missed the best thing in life. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you can have a reaction afterwards, but my best memories in life is when they laid that baby on my stomach.
And she
That's
couldn't
right.
help that. She couldn't
That's
help
right.
that
She couldn't
at all.
help it, no.
But I
I'm
don't know,
all
do you
for
need
surrogacy.
you need a third healthy baby
I mean,
when
if
you
that's
have
what,
one
if
and
that's
two?
what you decide, I
Yeah.
feel like if you love being a mother, and you love children, and you physically cannot, then why not? The option's there. Technology is allowed.
think that's
you know,
fine.
why
Right.
not?
And if you step back, it really is, I think, a responsible thing to do. If the doctors tell you it is going to be a huge risk to your body and to your
Yes.
life to have another child, and you go ahead and do that, you're risking your other children not
being
having
a
a
mom.
mom.
Very good
Absolutely.
point.
So-
And I ran into that, which
Yeah.
is why I was kind of like, well, did she need a third child? Because
I
I
see what you're
had
saying.
tons of complications in my second pregnancy and was advised not to have another baby.
That's right.
Remarried later, I'm like, I kind of really like to have a baby with my husband. But the responsible thing is not to do it.
to
Surrogacy
get
was
a
not
surrogate.
in my budget, so therefore I
is
now
quite
do not have
costly.
any
Look
more
at me.
children. But no, it definitely was a very responsible decision
It was.
on her part, because the last thing you'd want to do is lose the mother to the other two
Yes.
children for the risk of a
Yeah, and
third.
I don't know if there is a stigma about using a surrogate, but hopefully, her coming out in the headlines will take it away.
Yeah, I don't know if it's stigma so much or just financial.
I mean, I don't
it's very
support the
expensive.
Kardashians on a lot of moves.
Okay, I thought it was.
I wanna
Okay, I was
write
like,
this
do
one
I
down.
say this right now?
Yeah,
we can
no.
wait. That's a whole nother show.
That's our new phrase. That's a whole nother
That's
show.
a whole nother show.
All right,
Go
well,
scene.
we do need to talk about the nerve of some people. We need to do a little shopping shaming. So I'm all about returning things. But a woman in LA reportedly went back to Costco on January 4th to return her live Christmas tree because it was dead. Yeah, it's been chopped down for a month. So amazingly, she actually got her money back, but not without some nasty looks from customers and employees.
Okay, I have returned a Christmas tree. My husband told me many times about the time in his first marriage, he didn't like the tree, he picked it up, ornaments and all, and threw it out the door. So I brought a Christmas tree home, and he said, I don't like that tree. It was 15 feet tall. We had a tall house. So my daughter and I put it back on top of the car and drove it back. And my daughter wrote an essay about my mother returning a Christmas tree.
Okay, well, first of all, that's amazing on so many levels,
was
but it
it
wasn't
January
dead.
4th?
Right, it wasn't Jen,
No,
right?
it was 2 weeks before.
That takes
2 weeks
nerve.
before Christmas.
That's like going in, you know, the day after Halloween and returning a costume. Oh, it doesn't fit anymore. No, you're
Right.
done
No,
wearing it.
you've already
so you have
worn
no
it.
need for
That's
it.
exactly right. No, I find that hilarious, actually, that someone would have the gall to actually.
Quick question. The plant stores often have the policy if your plant dies within the year, you can return it. I've always thought, that's ridiculous. I'd have to dig it up and bring it in. Has anybody ever done that? Because I've had them die, but you can get your money back, you know.
Can you?
You can, but
I
you
have
got to dig it
lemon
up and haul it
trees.
in.
Right. So
Don't
I
tell
have
that
lemon
lady.
trees, lime trees that are all dead.
I don't
Like,
think
they're
that's the
just
Christmas tree policy. All right, we're going to check in with our happy hour forecast. And speaking of policy, we're going to have a great conversation with our attorney from the Law Place.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your first alert weather update. A very cold night ahead. In fact, could be the coldest of the season thus far. There are numerous winter weather advisories and cold weather advisories from Texas through Alabama all the way down into Florida, and those advisories are for freezing temperatures. You got to look at this. East of I-75, basically, throughout Manatee and Sarasota counties, all the counties included Hardee, DeSoto, and into Highlands County. Freeze warning, meaning freezing temperatures for at least 5 hours, could be as much as 8. You are advised to take care of your sensitive plants, obviously pets, and even yourself. If you're going to be outdoors, don't make it for a very long duration, because hypothermia can occur very quickly when these kind of temperatures move in. And as far as we're concerned, small craft advisory in effect, and there are dangerous wind chills for coastal locations all across west central Florida. We're talking wind chills into the 20-degree range. Well, there's much more on this, obviously, coming up at 5. See you then.
Accusations of all sorts are constantly making headlines right now. Allegations of physical abuse, sexual misconduct, etc. But what happens when the accusations turn out to be false and innocent people's lives are ruined? Forensic scientist lawyer Anne-Marie Rizzo is here from the Law Place to explain the responsibility of the burden of proof. Welcome back.
Hi.
It seems
Happy
like
New Year.
Happy New Year. We hear about this all the time. Someone accuses another person of something and then an arrest is made. Where does the burden of proof fall to who did what?
Well, you know, it's very interesting. Even on smaller scales where they're not as major all over the news, viral stories, it could be as simple as one person accusing another person of hitting them. And we see it a lot in family domestic violence situations where it could be just as simple as he said, she said. Someone fills out an affidavit and handcuffs are on and someone's taken to jail. And there may not be anything that really corroborates the stories.
But then you have a record.
Then you have a record. You have to deal with everything that comes with that.
So at that stage,
That's
evidence
it.
is not important. Just an accusation and affidavit is enough to get someone.
It can be.
Isn't that scary to all of us on some level that we could get arrested because of a he said, she said?
Yes.
Right. I've had cases where it was somebody who wasn't even involved, thought they saw something, and when they actually started questioning the two people that were involved, it wasn't what that person thought they saw, but yet someone still got arrested.
Oh, can you defend them and then get it off their record?
So in some cases, yes, you can then follow through with an expungement or a sealing of their record, depending on how the case ultimately shakes out. But there are certain offenses that are disqualifying under the Florida Department of Law Enforcement that will keep it from ever being able to be expunged. So you will always have that arrest record.
Oh, that's
What's scary? Let's talk about a pyramid that sort of talks about how prosecutors and defense people have to show who's telling the truth, who isn't, who has the burden of proof.
Absolutely. So I have the pyramid that I use for my jury trials all the time to explain this to jurors. And when we look at the bottom, I have on the pyramid is the probable cause. That's what a cop needs to arrest somebody, no matter what the criminal offense is. So it's a very, very low standard of what they need.
So you could end up arrested.
Right. And so then we get to the different levels that we see in our court system. So preponderance of the evidence, that's when we see people who are suing for a car accident and it's a civil dispute, one versus the other kind of thing. Contract disputes, that sort of thing. Clear and convincing evidence, parental rights as it shows on here. So usually when you have parents who their rights are getting terminated, there's allegations through the Department of Children and Families that their children are being neglected. If the judges and the courts want to take the parents' rights away, then you need that clear and convincing evidence. And that's a really important standard for me when I'm explaining this to a jury, because a lot of people understand, well, if we're going to terminate someone's rights to their children and beyond a reasonable doubt in a criminal case is above that, then there is a serious level of what we are needing to prove a criminal case when someone is accused of a crime, when we're on such a lower level just to get them arrested.
Wow.
So if someone accuses me of something and they go ahead, I get arrested, you know, goes through the court process. I hire you. You are able to prove that I didn't do it. There's evidence shows that I didn't do it. All that comes out, but I still have been arrested.
You know what's interesting in what you just said? I hire you and you're able to prove. So everyone has this concept of what truly is our system of innocent until proven guilty. But unfortunately, in real life, the defense has to prove the innocence.
That's what doesn't make sense.
And
yes.
as much as the jurors are explained that it's the prosecutors that carry that burden of proof, the defense still has to show that what the evidence was or lack thereof is not enough to proceed on. So when I was a prosecutor, I took it very seriously when I formally charged someone that I knew if it went to a jury trial, I had that proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
And if I'm arrested, I need a defense attorney right away so that I don't end up charged. It's bad enough I'm arrested, but I'd like to keep those formal charges.
Your job.
Right.
Well,
You
right,
don't
your
lose
job,
respect
your
in the
everything.
community, and those are things that are so hard to get back.
And surprisingly, there's evidence that can get erased within 30 days.
Oh.
So as what I do in my practice is I don't just rely on what the prosecutors say they have. I get in big cases, I'll have investigators and accident reconstructionists, depending on what type of the case is, so we can try to preserve that evidence that could go away. For instance, the messages that the cops send to each other on their computers. You know, that could be really important information that we're not getting, but if we get that gets erased right away. Then we have an idea of what is it that was originally reported through 911 or dispatched to the police officer. Those are really, really important information because that's where you try to find the inconsistencies.
And social media,
Right.
texts that were
Social
sent.
media.
Forensic attorney is all the more
Yeah,
important.
and the science aspect of it is crucial because that stuff can go away or can try to be hidden. You know, like that case in Tampa with the educators. You know, the kids tried to manipulate the text messages, but a forensic analyst was able to go in there and see that these text messages had been manipulated.
Right. So forensics end up key in many cases. We hope nobody needs any of this, but it is valuable information, and Anne-Marie has it. To have her help with any legal questions, you can go to thelawplace.com. Coming up next, we're Singing in the Rain with the Player Center.
Wow. Everybody can make something because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Singing in the Rain is a well-known and beloved movie musical that starred Gene Kelly and Debbie Reynolds, and then it went on to become a Broadway musical, and it is coming to life once again on the Players Center stage this week. And we have a preview. Take it away, guys.
What a lovely morning. Good morning.
Good morning. We've talked the whole night through.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you. When the band began to play, the stars were shining bright. Now the milkman's on his way, it's too late to say goodnight. So good morning, sunbeams and sunshine blue. Good morning
to you and you and you and you. Good morning. Good morning. We got the weather. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It could be grander than to be in Louisiana.
Good morning. Good morning. Strike. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It'd be just zippy if you wasn't Mississippi.
When we left the movie show, the future wasn't bright. Came the dawn, the show goes on. I don't wanna say goodnight.
So say good morning.
Good morning.
Rainbows are shining through.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Good morning.
French Morgan.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Good morning.
Whoa! Awesome! Wow, you guys are so good. Come over here and let us talk to you. First of all, introduce yourselves.
I'm Brian Infinity. I play Cosmo and I choreographed the show.
Oh, wow, you did good.
Thank you.
I'm Jessica Tassitano. I play Kathy Selden.
Ah, you have two guys right here. Nice.
I'm Logan Junkins and I play Don Lockwood.
Well, tell us the storyline. We've sort of forgotten it over the years.
Well, the story is set in 1927, Hollywood, California. And it's the time when silent movies were just about ending and the talkies were coming about. And the challenges that they have to take going from silent movie stars to actually trying to speak on film.
Well, you speak very well. And Logan, I understand that it actually rains on stage for real.
Actually rains on stage. The production team found that it was really important to make that iconic scene happen, and so we worked through all kinds of different challenges between mics and shoes, making sure you can dance in it,
All
and
these things people don't think that you would have to think about, but you get soaking wet in the middle of the show.
And it is fantastic. It is the best feeling in the world.
When you're done, like 'cause it stops raining in the show.
Yep, everything just goes right in the dryer.
He has a onesie off stage ready.
Is it ruin your hair?
Oh, he's the only one that dances in it.
Oh, good. You're very smart for that.
Can you send a picture of the onesie? I'm just saying.
I have a different one every night.
It's going to be a flip book. We'll send it to her.
We would love to see that. Yes, this is great. Well, you've got to see the show. Singing at the Rain is at the Players Center from January 17th until February 4th. And coming up next, it's Workout Wednesday. We're going to do martial arts, and we are ready to take on the bad guys.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value and great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
We typically think of martial arts as a great tool for training self-defense, focus, and discipline. But martial arts can also be used as part of an effective and a fun fitness program. Derek Clark from Clark Self-Defense is here to get us moving for Workout Wednesday. And Derek, you brought one of your students, Cindy, to help give us a demonstration. It's only fair. I always think of you with self-defense, but this is a great time of year to look at new exercises.
Great time, great workout, a lot of fitness. You guys are honorary white belts today. You guys earned your belts.
So help us explain the belt system.
The belt system, everyone's a beginner. All right, so you start at the white belt. You have to learn certain moves and criteria. Once you establish you can handle those techniques, then you go on to the next belt. Good goal setting, good for retention, it's good for everything in the martial arts.
And you have a
I have a black belt.
Black is the highest?
Yes, I've been doing it since I was a kid, over 30 years ago.
Can I ask a funny question?
Please.
So your black belt is a little tattered. Is that because do you only get one? Is that your original that's special to you?
It's my original, and I keep telling my students, this belt is older than you guys are.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How else can martial arts classes help improve, say, flexibility or strength?
It's core, it's flexibility. Not only does it help you, it saves you. And it also helps you with other aspects of your life so you don't get injured. Say you take a fall, you need to slap out. It will protect you.
So reflexes.
Reflexes.
Those are all parts that might not be obvious to someone when they're looking at a fitness routine. So you and Cindy have brought us some examples of some exercises that we might see in one of your classes.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's start with the first one.
Okay. Linda, come on out.
Oh, my.
A lot of our drills and exercises are partner related, so you get the feel and the technique of distancing, power, and blocking. So the first thing we're going to work on is our blocks. See my belt on the side, Linda?
Yes.
Try to steal it.
Oh, okay. Oh, look out, your belt's flowing!
Oh,
she got it!
Yes. She's so fast.
Yes.
So, yeah. So,
the art of distraction.
Yeah, you want to try to get my belt. I try to move my hips away. I try to grab her belt. So basically, we're going to have a little mini sparring match together. So
and this is more of a game, right?
It's a game, it's a drill, and it's so much fun. And it gets the heart rate up, and it makes you really burn a sweat. So let's go, Linda. Grab my belt.
Look out, you've got a spider on your head!
It's not going to work this time. Oh,
you're falling
Jack,
off.
it's blocking me. Oh, where is it? Oh, wrong belt. Oh, it fell.
I love Linda is using the psychological approach.
Yeah, you're supposed to do that.
You can't do do, you talk.
So Derek, where might you use a game like Steal the Belt? Would that be at the beginning of the class?
It would be a warm-up. Right at
Okay.
the beginning, we steal the belt. If we could have Stephanie out and Joey out for 1 second. You guys are against each other.
Okay.
You got 10 seconds to steal their belt.
Okay.
It's payback. Oh, wrong one. Oh, nice.
Man. All right.
Yeah, so that's typically one of the
She's
exercises
got
we
flag
do.
football experience.
That's right.
Yeah, and brothers.
So that's also teaching you defense, right?
Yeah,
If someone
defense.
makes a move, you move.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Another thing we like to work on, if I have Stephanie for a second, we call foot tag.
Okay.
Works footwork and spacing. So grab my shoulders. So she's gonna hook me in with her tight grip, right? She's
Grip,
keeping
grip?
me in front. Yeah,
Okay.
grip tight. Yeah. I grab her shoulders, so we're hooking. She's gonna try to step on my foot, and I'm gonna try to step on her foot.
Oh, wow.
And she's very quick, I can tell. Oh, almost got her.
Ooh.
See?
Go, Steph, go!
Steph, go! Almost had her. Oh, she's quick. Got her again.
She's lots of kids in her house.
Yeah. You can only do this for about 30 seconds
Yes,
before you
seriously.
start passing out.
Wow. All right, let's give you a break. That was impressive. That's really
Yes.
impressive.
But
So-
fun.
and you-
Like, I don't want to sprint for 30 seconds, but
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
do that for 30
So
seconds.
that's like
Yeah.
the difference of you know, a treadmill could get boring, but you're out of breath.
30
That was-
seconds tops.
And how does that help? What skills do you apply in that exercise?
Totally about timing, totally about evasion, moving to the sides, getting out of the way of danger. Muscle memory too. You feel it, you anticipate where the step's gonna go.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I noticed too that when you brought Stephanie in, you bow. So there's a whole aspect of
We
respect in
respect
martial
each
arts
other.
as well.
Yeah.
that's
We're
nice.
not trying to outdo each other. We're just trying to have fun with the techniques.
All right. Speaking of having fun, she was a good sport. She's going to try one that is actually you start the student on the mat.
Yes. Another aspect is ground defense. Okay. More than likely, you'll probably be on the ground if the person's bigger than you. So one of the things she's going to do is keep her feet up.
Okay.
All right, that's a big weapon. And she kicks twice as strong because her back is supported on the ground.
Okay.
So you're going to do a motion where you kick up, Sheba.
2 feet, both feet?
Yeah, both feet. Try it
Okay.
again. Hard as you can.
I don't want to hurt you.
That's
get
okay.
him,
Don't worry.
Sheba.
Give it a shot.
Get him, Sheba.
I might move
Get
a little,
him,
Sheba.
Get him, get
I
him,
might go this way.
Can I go?
Yeah, go higher.
Okay, okay.
1 foot at a time now, Sheba.
Okay.
You can do this, Sheba. You got him. You got him.
Now
He's
let's say,
backing up.
let's just say hypothetically.
Sorry, I'm
that's a
tired.
workout.
No,
That's
that's
a
a good
workout. I'm just
workout.
kidding.
So what is that? I would imagine that's engaging her abs.
Yeah, core, abs.
Yes.
Also getting strong legs.
Yes.
Those muscles are some of the biggest muscles in your body, and that's a very good, powerful weapon.
I like your point too that even if going to the defense part, if you've knocked on the ground, you can actually use that as strength.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great
get someone-
reminder.
Yes, you don't
And
have
it's
to.
hard
Don't
to
panic.
up.
Kick.
Just
Yeah.
kick,
Yeah.
flurry kicks, bicycle kicks. Let's just say Cindy for a second, she gets knocked to the ground, right? I get past the foot, let's say. Look how she chases me with that. So one of the drills is we move around and we call tag the head. So I try to get to her head. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna run into that, that's dangerous. So eventually,
And this is called a nine.
this is a 9 block in our system.
because she's making a 9. with
She's
her leg.
making a 9 position. She's protecting. She's on her hip. She's also mobile to the other side. Cindy, go to the other side. Roll it. Go to the other hip. Towards me, though. He's not the bad guy.
Joey's like, what do I do?
Yeah. Good. So if I do get her head, then we just switch places.
What I love about this, and I'm not knocking any other fitness routine, but this is practical. So you're not only getting a workout, but TRX isn't going to help me if I'm attacked.
Well, and it's establishing instincts. Because if I got knocked on the ground, I might panic. Now I know that my instinct should be to just flail and kick.
You're working off your natural
I love
instinct.
This is great. All right,
It's
as you set up
life-saving.
the next exercise, we'll give you more information about the fitness classes at Clark's Self-Defense. You can go to their website, clarkselfdefense.com. They have a number of classes teaching you self-defense and fitness. When we come back, we are going to be looking at Suncoast for sale homes. Let's see what you and Linda are doing.
want to hurt you.
I'll do one move at a time. You do a move, good. Now I'll do a move. You do a move. Come on, Linda. Push me away. I got your back.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. With temperatures expected to drop overnight, from dressing for school to how you can protect your pets, what you need to do to prepare. Plus, the Sarasota Memorial Healthcare System is growing. A look at the future program aimed at cancer prevention and treatment. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Bob Harrigan.
Thanks. We are looking at very cold temperatures headed our way. Right now it's 54 degrees. Freeze warnings are out. This is on the second-year anniversary of the tornado outbreak that killed 2 here along the Suncoast. We're not dealing with any rough weather as far as that is concerned, but cold temperatures are in store. 28 to 32 degrees. That's what it's going to be like. Actually, a temperature from 5 to 8 hours beginning after midnight, basically. And then we have a small craft advisory in effect. Along with that, dangerous wind chills across the entire viewing area, wind chills into the 20s. More at 5.
Download the all-new ABC 7 First Alert weather app now.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC 7 is seeking an experienced broadcast engineer to provide technical support for all broadcast equipment. TV broadcast background required. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
Sometimes it's just nice to be away from the hustle and bustle of life. And even though more and more people keep coming to the Suncoast, there are still some very unique and secluded spots. Realtor Andrew Haddad takes us to some of these places in today's Suncoast for Sale. So seclusion and Sarasota, do those two words really go together?
I tell you right, you make such a good point. You know, as the density in Sarasota becomes more and more, you know, these places that we're going to show today with, you know, a little bit more privacy, seclusion, and still being in the awesome location, close to everything, is very valuable. And I'm like a kid in a candy store going here, looking at all these houses. Yet we're going to be starting on Longboat Key. You're going to see this one. Everyone knows Gulf of Mexico Drive, going out there. I was at this place, Harbor Villa Club. It literally feels like you're stepping onto another island. So we're looking at a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,500 square feet, completely updated, beautiful floors. Now this is on the 2nd level, end unit, overlooking Sarasota Bay. Comes with your own deeded dock. And again, this is on the water, under 500,000, incredible, highly amenitized community. And it just feels peaceful out there when you're out there.
So, like you said, an island.
Like an island, that's right. Okay, now this is the Landings. Very, very sought after community right in the heart of Sarasota. So not a lot comes available here, yet we're looking at a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo, almost 2,000 square feet. Something special about the Landings is the amount of nature trails and just natural wildlife they have, and being on the water. So we have beautiful end unit views. Sunsets are breathtaking from here. Beautiful docks, amenities in the Landings along with the tennis clubs, docks for fishing and everything. So again, ideal location, the Landings, very secluded out there, even though you're right in the heart of Sarasota. Oh, wow. Excellent. Next, we are going to Laurel Oaks. So we found this property. I was almost going to say a little property, but it's a 3-bedroom, 3.5-bath, almost 3,000 square feet. Phenomenal location.
Oh, that's nice.
It's on 3/4 of an acre. Brand new swimming pool, PebbleTech swimming pool. We got, you know, 3 French door sliders out there that open up to that.
I love.
Great floor plan, and it's just, this has that under the mossy oaks kind of feeling, very homey style. And again, 3 1/4 acres in
beautiful.
Sarasota. The contemporary open stairway there as well.
Oh, I love that.
So
absolutely.
homey.
So
Yes.
homey. Love that, especially with the land. Okay, next we are going now. This house is incredible. This is right in Southgate. So
Really?
yes, right in Southgate. So at the corner of Seclusion Drive, you're going to see it's a beautiful little.
perfect.
It is. It really is. It's a beautiful little cul-de-sac, and it's right on the Philippi Creek. This home has been completely renovated. The owner of this home, former owners, was an architect, so this was his own home. And then currently there's a landscape architect that has completely redid the outside of this property. And again, you're looking at a half of an acre.
Wow.
It's like you're on your own little compound. We have a second house that can be used as an office. It could be used as a guest house, but you're looking at floor-to-ceiling windows on your own little private
Or
compound.
it's the doghouse.
Or
where
it's
the
the
husband
doghouse.
goes to
That's
sleep
right.
when he's in trouble.
That's
Or the mother-in-law house.
That would be more polite.
My
Thank
art
you.
studio. Is that my art studio? I'm going to wreck the floor.
Love it. And then, Linda, I got one more house for you.
Okay, the dream house.
The dream house. That's right. Are you ready for this? Okay.
Yes.
Very rarely available. This is right on Sarasota Bay between the John Ringling Bridge and the Siesta Bridge. To have views of both of those bridges right on the water, again, a half of an acre, is incredible. That this property came available. So they just installed this 150-foot dock, brand new seawall. The house on the home site is 4-bedroom, 3 baths, over 3,600 square feet. It has been completely renovated. So if you were to buy this property, you have so many options. You could keep it the way it is. It lives beautifully, in custom style. You're right on the water, beautiful pool. Or, you have the space to construct that dream home that will, truly maximize all the views of Sarasota. Yet I saw this property come on the market and I was just blown away of the opportunity with the location there as well.
Oh, look at that sunset.
Absolutely.
That is a dream house.
That's what we live for.
Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Andrew. And for information about these homes and many, many more homes, you can contact Andrew at sellingthesuncoast.com. And we'll be right back.
It's time to take a road trip.
Huntsville is a must-see destination. Is this your stop?
Roger.
Marvel at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. Wow. Step into the past at Alabama Constitution Village. All aboard! The golf is stellar, and even the food is out of this world in the Rocket City. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take? We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here, because
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Okay, we've been talking about beautiful homes. How about a beautiful place to travel? This has been deemed one of the most exclusive in the world, a new hotel suite. In honor of Princess Grace of Monaco, it is her luxury retreat of choice. It was when she was alive. Monte Carlo's Hotel de Paris in Monaco, 2,700 square foot, waterfront luxury, 2-bedroom suite, being touted as the most expensive and exclusive on the French Riviera. How much per night, you ask? $48,000.
That's it?
A night. Or you could buy a car. I know, it's a choice. A vehicle, a small condo.
5 cars, yeah.
Or one night.
$48,000 a night. I cannot fathom what could be that luxurious.
Better be a good night.
I guess it'll be a good night.
It's like the St. Regis.
It's going to be a good time now because we are headed to the kitchen with healthy dining. Judy's picks right here on the Suncoast.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. We're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. Snow, ice, and dropping temperatures. How weather across the U.S. is impacting travel to and from the Suncoast. Take a look at our first alert traffic right now. No major accidents delaying drivers. Lots of green on the map. The interstate even looking clear both directions, north and south, for your drive home. Let's get a check on our cold weather now with Bob Harrigan.
Well, it's cold, Scott. Temperatures already starting to drop. Some 20 degrees just in the last couple of hours at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. It's 53 right now. It should be down to about 40 by 11 o'clock tonight with wind chills at that time right around freezing for us here. And the freezing temperatures are anticipated, especially east of I-75. As Northport, you'll be down to around 28 degrees, and that should happen for about 5 hours. That will be harmful for sensitive plants, obviously. Lakewood Ranch at 30 degrees and 35 in Bradenton. More at 5.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
Florida Studio Theater presents the 8-time Tony Award winner Once, held over by popular demand. Captivating and breathtaking, Once is an unforgettable story about going for your dreams and the power of music to connect us all. Critics are calling Once engaging and heartwarming, outstanding, and a flawless production. Audiences are calling it phenomenal and better than Broadway. Once must close January 19th. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions?
Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Coming up Thursday at 4 on Suncoast View. You know her as the sexy star of the TV show Dallas. Tomorrow, she'll star on our show. Audrey Landers joins us to co-host. The movie The Greatest Showman is an awards show favorite. We'll talk to a Ringling historian about how true that circus story really is. Plus, a Suncoast family writes a 3-generation book together, and Blue Mangrove joins us in the kitchen. Welcome back. Chef Judy here to give us her healthy dining picks right here on the Suncoast. I love that we can still eat out, but try to follow our healthy eating plan, because I'm starting to fall off.
You know, Steph, you and I have been talking about it. You know, I'm going to be honest with our viewers. I gained 7 pounds from November 1st till now, and I've got to get it off.
I would not have noticed.
Thank you.
But we don't have to starve ourselves, which
we
is
don't.
great
This
to
is
see.
an abundance of deliciousness. And let's start over with Ione's Body and Mind Retreat, an organic, vegan, raw food. You know, Joey, you had said how you love that it really does feel substantial and filling. And there's a reason, because they've balanced things so well. Now, the most important thing, I think, right now, since we're all passing around these colds, is the flu shots. So I would love you to reach over. I think we all need a really good shot to get us going. Some nice green juice, some nice citrus shots, and keep us healthy and ward off anything pretty quick. So aside from that, I mean, they have such a delightful spread, and I have to take out my cheat sheet of the Buddha Bowl, which I'm known as, that's what I cannot finish some of these things. They are so big and so delicious, and it's just loaded with so many fresh things. Mango, avocado, fresh vegetables, and a coconut ginger soup. The Martin, which is onion bread, that's over there by you. That's an onion bread with macadamia nut cheese, tomatoes, avocados, red onions, jalapenos, so much deliciousness. Karen has already called the lasagna. I tell you, your mind will be
And this
tricked.
is all Ione.
This is all Ione's, and this is all raw. So really, and vegan desserts.
Now moving
just
up
lovely.
the road a little bit to Beauty of Sprouts.
So Beauty of Sprouts, and talk about beauty. I mean, this is a pad thai.
That's all
beautiful tamarind dressing, cashews, so many great things in it. Linda, you were really impressed with
love the way those
this is the
leaves are
burrito,
wrapped.
mixed vegetables, sprouts, rice, beans, salsa, guacamole. And you can use cabbage leaves and kale leaves.
The color is stunning. The layers of all the different foods.
Exactly. They even have a vegan tiramisu. Isn't this great? Now, even their crackers are raw, naturally ground. Sweet potato ceviche, guacamole, many, many, many great things to really enjoy. Green Zebra, I love this place on St. Armand's, and we kind of got connected talking about the epileptic diet. And I got to tell you, this is mine. This is their infamous pancakes. They're made with bananas, hemp seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, and everybody's told to have at least 2 tablespoons of chia seeds a day now, how important it is. It's gently dehydrated overnight, and it's served with coconut whipped cream and strawberry jam. A fave. The rainbow kale salad, Tuscan lasagna, again with hemp seeds, avocado, lemon, so good. So many different options, and vegan cheesecake, wonderful bowls.
Sounds delicious.
That's the Green Zebra.
All right.
Now, this is White Picket Produce, and what I love about them, look at their Facebook and look at them online. You can either get what they select for the week, or you can select out of a wide variety. They have Glen Family Bakeries breads. They have, the best fresh eggs and organic chickens.
Great
but
things in season, too.
Great.
I love that.
That's the key, Joey, in season. And you know what, by the way, this makes a great gift. Send a box of produce to a friend.
All right,
Really.
the new Zoe's Kitchen up on University.
Zoe's Kitchen, I gotta say, I love it. I've eaten it in Houston many times. That Mediterranean feel, cauliflower bowls
I
with
see
tzatziki,
I'm going in.
farro, lots of different stir fries, Greek salads with kebabs. That's the way you want to eat. And you've got it now. Look at Joey. Joey, two great burgers. New that they have the Veggie-Fi burger. It's with quinoa and cut vegetables, white cheddar.
Oh, that's great.
Veggie patty does contain cheese, but now
And the lettuce wrap.
Beyond Burger, it is brand new. It's 100% plant-based burger from Beyond Meat, American cheese, ketchup, mustard, mayo. But
And it
it's
is
the world's first plant-based burger that cooks and satisfies like a burger.
All right, I can't even control her. 6 different
Like a
restaurants, healthy, vegan, all the options right here on the Suncoast. Sheba, dig in. Take some time, enjoy the Suncoast.
Joey's in his happy.